So good afternoon, Kris. Thanks so much for joining us on Business Owner Spotlight this week. Do you want to introduce yourself to everybody and tell us about what you do and how you got started?
Okay, well, I'm Kris Byers from Belfast. I hate this question, what do you do? Because I'm a graphic designer, I'm a web designer, I'm a marketing, I'm a branding. It's just so fast and so big, it's very hard to hone it down. So
One man marketing shop?
So basically I help small business owners solve problems through design and technology.
Okay.
That's probably the easiest way to explain it.
Yeah. And how did you get into the business?
I started as a student placement for a design company in town, AV Browns, back in must have been 1998 or something crazy. So I was doing a wee summer job here and there. They kept me on, then I went to college and then got a job. So yeah, I learned the ropes there, which was good, and met some good guys there.
Never look back.
Well, aye.
And so you said about small businesses. What would your ideal customer look like then?
It's kind of like a 1 to 3 person business, specifically in the sort of service industry that are brave enough to make a change and do things different, stand out.
Yeah. And what's been the biggest impact you've had because of COVID? And give us a couple of examples of things you've put in place since then.
I'm probably working more globally now. A lot of people are more confident in dealing with freelancers and consultants and more remote working than before.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I wanted to do it, but it was kind of the trust and the sort of belief wasn't there. So I think that's changed quite a lot.
So you've got some more international clients then?
Yeah, I'm working with a lot in America at the moment. And with the time zones, it seems to work out well because they're sending me the work at the end of their day. I'm doing it, and it's in their inbox when they're waking up. So
brilliant. You're working through the night for them then in their eyes?
Well, they're seeing it that way.
Very good. What did you have to put anything in place then to allow that to happen when COVID hit, or has it just happened organically for you?
Yeah, well, I was being more proactive. Changed my business quite drastically. I went from Kris Byers as the freelancer to this new Horrible Brands, which is a global thing. And I'm leveraging technology.
Sure.
So I've got where you can book in for a fit call to see if we're a good match, whether I can help you first of all, and whether you like me and I like you, kind of thing.
See if you're horrible enough.
That's it.
What's been your biggest learning since you've been a business owner then?
I think recently it's realizing that it's okay to say no to things. Before I was always the yes man and agreeing and putting myself in the situations which I didn't really want to be in.
Yeah.
So it's learning what to say no to and then what also to say yes to.
Yeah, so it has to be a win-win.
Yeah.
For them and you then.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's not all business is good business either. So sure. I was taking on everything which wasn't a good fit, and it's kind of it was just putting yourself under pressure that you didn't need to be under.
So what impact has that had on you and your business since you've started to make those decisions differently?
It's just that I'm being more proactive now, and I'm fine-tuning what my offering is, so I know exactly what I can do, what I can offer, how I can help, and it's also taking a lot of stress out of the work.
Yeah.
And the clients, it's communicating clearly. The clients know exactly what they're getting, when they're getting it, and just meeting expectations.
Brilliant. So everybody's happier then?
Yeah. So less horrible clients.
Yeah, I like it. What when you were growing up, is this something you always wanted to do, or is it, as you mentioned earlier, just fall into it then?
Yeah, no, I remember as a kid going to my granny and granddad's house, and they always saved up all the sort of cornflake boxes and toilet roll holders, and I was always sticking things together, and Granda was complaining about the amount of sellotape I was using. So I was always arty and I always wanted to create things, and that carried on through to this design career.
Yes, it's always been there for you. And what's been the biggest issues you've had to overcome since you've been in business?
I think if I'm being honest, I was probably a decent designer, but a terrible businessman, a horrible businessman.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever whenever I was working in the agencies, it was fine because you weren't kind of exposed to the business side of it. All you had to
Yeah,
do was do your design work and get by. But then whenever I stepped out into the real world of, running your own business,
sure.
being a designer alone didn't really cut it. So I had to learn the ropes pretty quick, that side of it.
That's interesting. And so you like, you have all these different hats to put on all of a sudden.
Yep. You've got accountant, a cleaner, a receptionist, you're doing design, you're trying to get the work, trying to get paid for the work. So
Yeah,
I always joke with my missus that doing the work's the easy part.
yeah,
And else it goes around, it's the hard.
yeah. Because I mean, at the end of the day, that's the bit that you're good at and you love.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
And so have you, when you went to your, changed your company to the brand, the Horrible brand, what, have you got any plans? Have you got a team in place, or you got plans to put a team in place then?
Yeah, well, I want to keep kind of lean and as tight as possible and
Sure.
do what I can do. It means then I'm in control of it. If I could outsource certain parts, but I'm not looking to employ, to turn it into a massive agency. So I'm just
No.
trying to keep efficient and keep it as lean as possible.
It's good to have that really clear focused strategy then. What do you want out of it too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's another massive big thing I learned. To stick in your own lane, stay to what you're good at, and then
Yeah.
outsource or partner up with different areas.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
You're not being jack of all trades.
Yeah. And I know you said you went through a bit of a change in your business type and rebranding and such. Was that because of some coaching, or who's been your best coach you've ever had, and why?
Yeah, I've been lucky and fortunate to have some really good mentors and coaches throughout the years. There's some guys that have taken me under their wings and taught me, showed me the ropes and all.
Yeah.
But whenever it came to becoming, more serious about business,
Sure.
I actually invested in a business coach there. It's a girl out in New York. Been with her about 3 months, and she's completely changed everything. Just turned it 180.
Turn that on its head.
Probably the best. It's so obvious, but it's so easy at the same time. I laugh. I think I was speaking to you before. It just seems a bit embarrassing sometimes when you've been doing this for 25 years, and then someone comes and shows you an easier or better way to do it.
Well, that's what we always say. It's maybe it's simple, but it's not easy. You still have to put the work in, put the effort in, and take a leap of faith to change it, don't you?
It's also humbling. You think you know so much, and then
it's having that open mindset, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's brilliant. It's worked so well for you, and you're starting to reap the rewards and see the results. And just along the way, then have you picked up any favorite quotes or sayings?
There was this one quote. It was a famous photographer, so famous I can't even remember his name. But a girl asked him, how does he take these great portrait shots of people?
Yeah.
His answer was, he clicks with the person before he clicks with the camera.
Okay.
But that's really good within business. People buy off people, and it's about this building rapport and empathy and understanding the problems first before coming up with solutions.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's really powerful. Actually, I haven't heard that one. And what have you learned about yourself then along your journey?
I think so far, you don't need anyone else's approval. You can make your own decisions and make your own mistakes, and be accountable for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's up to you how you want to structure your business and your life as well. So yeah, for me, flexibility and freedom are more important than making loads of money at the moment. And that's what this sort of lifestyle can offer.
Fantastic. But you mentioned they're taking ownership for it, being responsible for it.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, sometimes when you're in agencies, you can hide behind things and people and all.
Yeah.
But whenever you're the one person, you're accountable for everything. And but yeah, I enjoy that sort of responsibility.
And what does the future look like for Horrible Brands, and what do you see as the challenges moving forward and going a bit more global?
Yeah, well, I think if I'm not looking to grow into this massive agency, keep tight, it's all about automation and time management, and building this passive income, and also getting authority building. So you're the known guy, to go for branding or web or whatever.
Sure.
And also just keeping it lean and efficient.
And what would you say to anybody else who was thinking of going into business for themselves at the minute?
I say just go for it.
Yeah.
No one's got all the answers, and everybody's just making up as go along, and it's calculated risks and calculated guesses. So just have fun and don't look into it too much.
Yeah. Trust yourself.
Trust yourself, absolutely.
And if you were to start your business again, is there anything you would do differently?
From this course, the biggest thing I've learned from this mentor is find my niche early on. Know exactly what you're offering and understand clearly what problems you can solve for a particular group or an industry. So yeah, just get a bit more clear on your own offering.
Yeah, and you're quite specific with who your client looks like. 1 to 3 small business. So that's something that's working well for you. Just knowing your ideal customer then.
Yeah, well, it's good because I like working one-on-one with actual business owners, and it's not getting kind of passed around the committee.
Sure.
So it really helps streamline the process, and I really like connecting with individuals.
Yeah, and just last question then, if you were to go back in time and have a word with 18-year-old you, is there one piece of advice you would give them?
There would be lots.
No, I can imagine.
No, I would say
keep it clean.
I would say travel more. Traveling's the best thing at that age. I was lucky to do a bit, but you come back with different outlook on things, and it's inspiring.
Yeah.
There was actually a company there, Eden Speakerman, and every 7 years he closes down his design agency.
Right.
And sends all his staff away, pays for them to go away for a year traveling.
Amazing.
And they come back with more insights and refreshed, and and they haven't lost a client. The clients are queuing up to join them. To work with them.
So there's something in that then it makes you more effective when you come back.
I might do that myself every 7 years. Be nice.
Well, that's a goal to aim for. I like it. Listen, Kris, thanks for coming on, sharing that with us. Some brilliant insights there. I really appreciate you being so open and honest with us.
No problem. Yes, it's been fun, and thanks for having me on.
My pleasure.
Okay, cheers.